And greetings again, my fellow modelers and warship enthusiasts. I'm going to come back in again here and give you an update on this monstrosity of a Missouri model that I showed off several months ago. Still working on her, only about 25% of the way through. At least two-thirds of this model is dominant of the construction of this model is going to be dominated by the anti-aircraft guns, both the 40 millimeter and the 20 millimeters, which I haven't even gotten to yet. We just gotten out her basic structure painted and the wooden deck laid down. And the wooden deck has to sit for a while because I want to make certain that it doesn't start to peel up. There's already a couple of places where I had to tack it down with some thin super glue to prevent peeling and buckling and lifting. And the ship that the Second World War came to an end upon right here on this very spot where my finger is where General MacArthur accepted the Japanese surrender. Right there. I don't know if I'm going to put crew figures on this particular model or not. I probably will, just for the appearance purposes, although this is going to be more of an Admiralty model display. I'm not going to weather this in any way. I want to have a nice clean look. I'm basically using the John Haynes 1:96 scale model, which is twice the size of this, as my primary inspiration. That model is presently on display aboard the Missouri in the officer's wardroom, which incidentally is right in here through this door and the same door on the other side. I did take a little bit of artistic license and simplified some things here with some of the ladders that run along certain parts of the ship's superstructure, which on the real ship were individual hand grab ladder rungs welded right to the bulkhead. I chose to represent them as standard ladders standing off from the bulkheads because you try to do it with the individual bars. You would have to drill several thousand tiny holes and then put the individual ladder rungs or bars in place with tweezers, and they're so tiny even in this scale you can't really hold them and get them into position. I've seen people do it and they have far steadier hands than I do. I've got to come back in with some paint cleaner or thinner on the cotton swab and clean up some of the edges where we have an overlap along the waterway here, where there's some paint got onto the wooden deck, and clean that off. Right now there are some other paint inconsistencies where I had to do some touch-up work. When we come back, when we put our final clear finishes on here, that will even all that out and blend everything all in. But this is what I would call a pool table size model when we get into this scale. This is really huge, and a lot of financial expenditure between the model, the super detailing sets, and a display case alone for a model this size is going to cost in between $400 and $500. So If any of you were thinking about building a 1 to 200 scale battleship model like this, you're going to probably end up putting about $1,500 to $2,000 into it. So unless you really, really want to do this, I would tell you to really think about it before you jump in and dive into a project like this. The Bismarck, the Hood, the Arizona, the Nelson, the Rodney, and the CV-8 Hornet Doolittle Raid version are all available in this scale, 1/200. But again, no less amount of work. I mean, you're probably going to put 1,500 hours alone into one of these models. Now I'm just going to do a quick swing around for completeness sake and do a sweep down the port side. And then I'm going to end this video because I'm going on over 24 hours now with no sleep, and I really need to sack out for a bit. So, alright, I'm going to say goodbye here. Wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a safe one and a happy one. I hope you enjoyed this update and quick video tour of this massive project. And take care, and we'll see you soon.